Hi, my name is Colbert and let's start with Deep Rock Galactic. Currently, there are only 239 games on Steam with overwhelmingly positive reviews, and Deep Rock Galactic is one of them. This is a 1 to 4 players first-person shooter featuring badass space dwarfs and 100% destructible environments. Here you can play alone or work together with other players as a team to dig, explore and fight your way through a massive cave system filled with hordes of deadly enemies and valuable resources. Pick some fearsome guns like flamethrowers, Gatling guns, portable platform launchers, and show puny aliens who's the boss. Dwarfs may be small, but they are powerful. We in Lithuania have a saying, "Ne ūgis o smūgis," meaning not the size, but the punch is what matters. And your punch is really, impactful for the alien population in these dangerous caves. People on Steam are talking that there is no reason not to play this game, and I have to agree, show those monsters the true meaning of extinction. Dyson Sphere Program. In the distant future, the power of science and technology has ushered a new age of the human race. Space and time have become irrelevant thanks to virtual reality. A new kind of supercomputer has been developed, a machine whose superior artificial intelligence and computing capability will push humanity even further. I guess they built it so they could finally invent vodka without hangover. Huge computing power is required for a task like that. Only one problem stands in the way. There isn't enough energy in the whole planet to feed this machine, so you need to construct the Dyson Sphere, the thing that engulfs the star itself and sucks all its energy. By the way, you probably have a coworker like that who sucks all your energy, just like that Dyson Sphere. So from now on, you will know how to call him, right? No, not Dyson. Call him piece of shit like he deserves. Besiege. This is a physics-based building game in which you construct medieval siege engines and lay waste to immense fortresses and peaceful villages. Build a machine which can crush windmills, wipe out battalions of brave soldiers, and transport valuable resources, defending your creation against cannons, archers, and everything else. Game looks beautiful, the art style is 10 vodkas out of 10, and the same is difficulty, at least at the beginning, because my machines did more harm to themselves than to their surroundings. Anyway, I promise that after a bit of practice, you will build your incredible mechanical herring with fins of terror and destroy some peaceful castles with your marinated hate. Soma. This is one of the best games I have ever played so far. Here you will explore an abandoned, isolated underwater facility full of scary things where you must find a way out. It's really hard to talk about Soma without spoiling the story, but in general you will spend a lot of time in confined spaces filled with spooky monsters. You have no guns, no means of self-defense are available in this game. You can only hide, or run, or die. If you played Amnesia, it's kinda the same, just in science fiction setting. Really reminds me of Alien Isolation as well, although Soma has a better plot. It's like playing a novel or short story. You are not just wandering in the dark, all scared, all alone. No, you are wandering in there for a reason, but you don't know what that reason is yet. And I can only guess that the ending of this game will surprise you. It surprised me, that's for sure. Don't be afraid of this game, especially if you are happy and everything is alright in your world. Why don't you give yourself some spooks and get a wonderful story in the process? Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This game is so cute and dreamy, it breaks my manliness away. So if you are a man, after playing this game you must hunt a deer with your bare hands and eat his heart while it's still beating. Otherwise you will stay sensitive and vulnerable to feelings forever. I'm kidding, feelings are great. You can feel whatever you want and express that without fear, no matter how many balls you have between your legs. The preferred number is 7, but not everyone was born so lucky. Anyway, Ori is a great platformer game with a deep story and even deeper feelings. Just make sure that you use a controller and not a keyboard, because otherwise only one feeling will engulf you, and that is rage. Shadow Tactics: Blades of the Shogun. This is a hardcore tactical stealth game set in medieval Japan. You will take control of a team of deadly specialists and sneak in the shadows between dozens of enemies. Choose your approach when infiltrating mighty castles, snowy mountain monasteries, or hidden forest camps. Set traps, poison your opponents, or completely avoid enemy contact. The group is composed of very different personalities. Working together as a team seems impossible at first, yet over the course of many missions, trust is won and friendships are made. The characters develop their own dynamic and each member will have to face their own personal demons. People on Steam are talking that this game is a masterpiece of difficulty, so at last you will have a lot of use of that tiny organ between your ears. The Wolf Among Us. This is a gritty, violent, and mature thriller based on the award-winning Fables comic books. You will discover that a brutal, bloody murder is just a beginning where your every decision can have enormous consequences. And it's not only what you choose to do that will affect your story, but when you choose to do as well. You don't need to know anything about the comics this game is based on, because the events in this story are set before the events set in the first book, and this game gives you an option to beat up practically anyone you don't like. Sadly, you can't import that energy-sucking coworker of yours in this game, but hey, you can beat him up in the real life instead. You know, if you are stronger than him. If not, just smile at him as always and blame your genes. Satisfactory. This game is basically a 3D Factorio, and the latter comes in a second place on the whole Steam by the review score, but Factorio is being cocky about it and has no discount even on winter sale, so let's talk about Satisfactory instead. This is a first-person open-world factory building game with a dash of exploration and combat. You can play alone or with friends, explore an alien planet, create multi-story factories, and enter conveyor belt heaven. You will conquer nature by building massive factories everywhere, expand wherever and however you want. The planet is filled with valuable natural resources just waiting to be utilized. You will not be restricted by some rules of the earth. You can finally make nature work for you without any laws to be kept in mind. Exploit the planet in any way you like. Here are no coral reefs, sea turtles, no orangutans protected by treaties. All those animals and plants that live here are unimportant. They live to serve you and your factory. Here you'll find about 30 square kilometers, which is about 11 square miles of terrain filled with unique flora and fauna. Make factories out of them. Build beautiful metal constructions instead of ugly nature. Cover the whole surface of the planet with your elegant conveyor belts and train tracks. Be a true hero of the industrial era. Be the hero nobody asked for. Hollow Knight. This is a classic 2D action-adventure platformer game. Here you will explore twisting caverns, ancient cities and deadly wastes, encounter battle-tainted creatures, befriend bizarre bugs and solve ancient mysteries at the kingdom's heart. Game is hard and often compared to Dark Souls. Keep that in mind before you fall in love with those lovely graphics. They are quite deadly. People on Steam are talking that if there was a museum of games, Hollow Knight would definitely have an exposition there because of the nice art it consists of. Yep, the whole game is an art piece. And if you don't like bugs, you will get your chance to kill a few hundred of them or be killed by them. There are a lot of bug-like different creatures infesting these lands, and only you can exterminate them with your gaming skills. There are also good bugs as well, so I don't know what this game teaches us. For example, I love bugs. I used to grow them in the jars when I was a kid, and sometimes they mysteriously disappeared with whole jars. Now I understand that my mother released them back to nature. She was used to that because I was bringing home every living creature I managed to catch. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing and hitting that notifications button. Even if you are subscribed already, click on that bell. Let us be friends with benefits. Have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye.